Leon will be officially in the game. A Big Mama is Grace's mother and ALBERT WESKER is Grace's father. Exactly these new statements were discovered in X 5 minutes ago by me. While I was scrolling the Resident Evil feed, I came across an interesting personality, namely an indie game developer with the nickname Spooky who made a post with interesting new leaks about Resident Evil Requiem. He refers to an insider Abu/Wesker79 who was able to speak with a Japanese insider in Discord and ask him some interesting questions about Resident Evil Requiem. There are 25 questions and answers in total, so I'm gonna show it to you right now. My name is Scyris Nova and welcome to my new video. Let's not waste our time and start with question number 1. What is the new virus in the game? And the answer was, the virus is described as a combination of merged elements and compounds. It is still unclear what exactly it is, possibly a hybrid of T virus, G virus, the mold or the Veronica strain, but it's a fusion of multiple sources. It's quite logical for me because if we want to unite all the viruses as well as all the Resident Evil related games into one Resident Evil Requiem, then it is quite logical, right? New start, new chapter, which unites all of the viruses and games mentioned before. Question number 2. Do all infected creatures react to light? And the answer is no, not all of them do. Some infected, including the man in the black coat seen at the end of the trailer, are not affected by light, unlike Big Mama. Yes, because he's covered with a black cloak. Maybe if he took it off, we could possibly see him affected by it. We can only see that only by release, so nothing to add here. It's hitting up with question number 3. Is Leon in the game? And the answer is yes, Leon is here. Leaked files mention his Matilda handgun with a 15-round capacity and references to Raccoon City Police Department. Even the famous Welcome Leon sign from Resident Evil 2 Remake still exists, now lying on the floor. Remember guys, we take this all information with a grain of salt, it's just leaks, but if it's true, then all the rumors may be dispelled because we will just wait till the Game Awards where they finally could announce Leon as the part of the trailer or something else. So, let's just wait. Question number 4. What about Grace Ashcroft's outfit? And the answer is that the leaker said he didn't like her current outfit, but he's excited about another one coming later. A semi-confirmed leak claims Grace will have a special costume based on Alyssa Ashcroft's red jacket and pants from Outbreak, included as a deluxe edition skin. Well guys, we already discussed the whole situation with costumes and weapon skins, so if you missed my first video, come and check it out on my channel, it's already uploaded. Interesting question number 5. Is the man in the office the merchant? And the answer is no, there is no upgrade merchant in this game. Weapon upgrades will be similar to Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, by finding parts and attachments as you progress. The man in the office, however, is a very important character described as cold, philosophical and knowledgeable in medicine and microbiology. The microscope seen on his desk supports this. There were a lot of theories about who this man is. It was OSWELL SPENCER, it was some of the Heisenberg's projects from Resident Evil 8, and now it's just some kind of a scientist who has an important role in the game. We'll see that only on release, nothing to comment about. Simple question number 6, will there be DLCs? And the answer is yes, additional content is currently in development. I have nothing to comment about and I will not even speculate about it because we haven't even seen the gameplay of the main game, so let's just take the time and wait for all the announcements from Capcom. Question number 7, what's the meaning of the animal skulls seen in the trailer? Answer: they symbolize power and control. The character associated with them is obsessed with authority, rituals, and death. If it is about our scientist who is called philosophical and knowledgeable, then okay, it's something new to his biography. The question is, what was that for the machine that we saw on the right side of the picture on the trailer? Is this related to some kind of this like death and rituals and stuff, as well as to the animal skulls? if it is, then somehow Capcom has already revealed that. We didn't know just the meaning of this whole stuff. But okay, interesting information. Going back to this man in the chair, question number 8, is he Oswald Spencer? And the leaker said he can't give a definitive answer, but for now it's not Spencer. He mentioned that this character has mechanical devices inside his body, especially in his back, suggesting a possible connection to Heisenberg's factory experiments from Resident Evil Village. It's exactly what I told you a while ago. But the interesting thing is that for now, it's not Spencer. Maybe in 7 days it will be Spencer. We don't know about it yet, so eat what you got. Okay, interesting leak. Taking everything with a grain of salt. We'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna comment that. For someone who worried about the complexity and mystery of the puzzles in Resident Evil Requiem, you have the answer on question number 9. Yes, they will be complex and they will be challenging. So let's not waste our time and move on to the question number 10. Are there multiple bosses? Yes, there are several bosses, though the number is unknown. There was a big speculation on Reddit about the lack of bosses in Resident Evil Requiem, though the leak says it will be fine, though the number is still not known to us. It doesn't matter because through our completing we will find a lot of different files and we will have a lot of stuff to do in this game to my mind, so let's just wait and see how it goes. Question number 11. Is there an alternate world like in Silent Hill? And the answer is yes, especially in the hotel section. There will be a flashback sequence that shifts between the burned hotel and its real world version, creating a dual reality effect similar to Silent Hill. So we will be switching like from the burned hotel, the actions that occurred 8 years ago at that night where her mother died, and the real world version, so the hotel that's already burned, and we will examine all this information that we didn't get while being an adult, in this case as plain as Grace. So it's actually wonderful because now this trailer about all these actions 8 years ago makes a lot of sense and brings a lot of information to us. Why were we shown this trailer? Okay, taking this into account, and we'll see how it goes in the game. Question number 12. Can players freely explore? According to semi-confirmed leaks, yes, particularly in Raccoon City. The map shown in the trailer suggests free exploration across multiple areas. Okay, Capcom, wonderful, you're going in a great direction because a lot of people had excitement about this question. Now it's semi-confirmed, so okay, we can take a note on this and look how it will be actually in the game. Question number 13. Is the little girl in a trailer Natalia? And the answer is no, she is not Natalia. You remember this small Hungarian superhuman who was first born in Terra Grigia, and she was used as an experiment in 2011 to transfer the consciousness of Alex Wesker into her brain with the goal of realizing this Wesker projects of the Übermensch and something like this. And then she was rescued from Scene Island by BSAA and adopted by the family of Barry Burton in Canada. This girl is meant here. So nothing to add, it's just like a leak that was disproved right on the answer, so nothing to say about. Be ready for question 14. Will we learn about Grace's father? The leaker replied, you'd better get ready. This cryptic hint suggests a major twist, possibly confirming the theory that Albert Wesker is Grace's father. Boom! What a leak, guys. So, Alyssa Ashcroft has somehow been connected to Albert Wesker. On the one hand, I could imagine that is some type of a fan story, right, about the connections between Ashcrofts and Weskers. But on the other hand, it seems to me quite impossible, because after everything that he had done in the life of Resident Evil, especially 5 and 6, holy crap, that's interesting. I don't know if that's true. Guys, reminder, it's just a rumor, it's a leak. The favorite sentence of mine, we'll see how it goes in the game. It will be definitely mind-blowing if it is true. Some clarification to the lore for our trailers. Was the photo of Grace taken from the neighboring hotel? Yes, it was taken from the hotel next door and sent to Alyssa Ashcroft as a threat. Alyssa then returned to the hotel to investigate who took the picture without telling Grace. That actually confirms the Grace's bewilderment about what is going on, why are they leaving the hotel, and in the end, why is Alyssa dead? So, okay, good clarification. Moving on to the next question. Question number 16. Does the man in a black cloak die at the start of the game? Answer: no, he survives, even after appearing to burn. Of course, Capcom wouldn't let him die at the start of the game, because he would trouble us, scare us, harass us during the game. I'm sure about this. Maybe at the first half of the game. Okay, never mind. At the second half of the game will be some other person who will trouble us and so on. So, of course, it's even out of the question. It would be like this. Moving on. Nothing to discuss about in question 17 because it's a well-known leak. Leon will be most likely revealed in December at the Game Awards 2025. This leak is already a breaking one because the question 18 is Alyssa really the hack or the Big Mama? And the answer is yes, all evidence points to that and she was experimented on in the asylum. The only question is, which evidence points to that, because we personally as the community haven't found anything that could point to such a fact, maybe except for the hair, like, you know, the light hair, and Alyssa also had the light hair, but it's only one fact, and to my mind it's not even enough. But imagine this, the daughter is escaping from her infected mother. Oh my god, I got a lot of goosebumps right now. The answer to question 19 transfers smoothly from question 18. Is there a lab in the game? Yes, a large laboratory exists beneath the asylum where experiments on the hack took place. Alyssa's handgun can also be found in the asylum itself. If it's I could possibly think that it's true because we saw, you know, this like plate, big metal plate with an umbrella logo on a trailer, so if it is possibly an entrance to the asylum, then okay, this leak could be semi-confirmed. To my mind, it was already well known that the demo will be different from the full game, and yes, this question actually confirms that totally, so I don't think it's a leak, like a leak, but just a confirmation to the rumors that we had, so yeah, next question then. Question 21 is already about the atmosphere of this game. Will it be dark and psychological? And the answer is yes, very dark with a heavy psychological tone and shocking moments. Expect intense drama and surprises throughout. I mean, according to the demo, we could see a lot of dark corridors and even unexpected animations. For example, when Grace stumbled while running from the monster, it was quite unexpected to a lot of us, but it was already on a third-person perspective. Just a caution. Yeah, so to my mind, it will be dark and psychological, and I expect really this from all the Resident Evil upcoming games. So yeah, nothing to add anymore. Breaking question number 22. Is Jill Valentine in the game? And the answer is, in the early development builds, Jill's name and outfit appeared in the files. Later, her outfit data was removed, leaving only her name. It is unclear whether she'll be referenced in files or appear in person, but she was definitely planned early on. Resident Evil Requiem has been developing for definitely more than 5 years. I don't remember exactly how long. Maybe the plot was changed, or the actions of this plot were changed. I don't know, and maybe they thought about the uselessness of Jill Valentine and that's why I replaced her with Leon Kennedy. I don't know, and we will not know before the Game Awards, to my mind, because the Game Awards will reveal something already big. Breaking news, ceremony, announcement, and so on. So yeah, let's just wait and we'll see if it's a fake leak or not. Question number 23. Are the enemies repetitive? And the answer is no, the enemies are diverse and plentiful. This entry will not suffer from the limited enemy variety of Resident Evil 7. I mean, yeah, we have already seen the man in the black cloak, the zombie from the trailer, the Big Mama, this scientist, as we mentioned him before. So yeah, the leak confirms himself. It's true, yeah. Question number 24. Are there connections to older Resident Evil games? Yes, strongly connected, and to my mind it's obvious. However, Capcom reportedly plans to include a recap inside the game so players won't need to replay older titles to understand the story. This sentence refers to newcomers because there are a lot of players who doesn't know Resident Evil franchise and they still want to play the newest game because they found something interesting in this game, and in order not to find where to play all these older parts of Resident Evil franchise, for example Revelation or Revelations 2 or Resident Evil 0 or something else, they can just make a recap in the game. Quite logic. I find it also very great, so well done Capcom. The very last question, number 25 from the feed of these leaks. Are there human enemies too? And the answer is yes, there are hostile humans involved in the virus trade and bio experiments, not just zombies or infected creatures. You remember this moment from the trailer where there was a nurse or the secretary who went to the other side of the hospital. Is she possibly a human enemy? Well, if there is a leak, then there are also rumors, so we'll see how it goes in the game and find out which human enemies will nerf us. And that's it for today's video. As I mentioned, take this information with a grain of salt because we don't know if it's true or everything is fake. But still, the leaks were quite interesting and extraordinary for me and for us as well, so leave a comment below about what you think at all about these leaks. Do you think are they all fake or some of them could be really true? Well, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and if you want, even subscribe to my channel, and we'll see each other in my next video.